I have added a new member to my Dominion Arms collection, and it is this here, the Dominion Arms P762, which is a perfect copy, as far as I can tell, of the SIG P226. I'll just show you right away before we do anything. The gun is clear, there's no magazine and nothing in it. The gun itself resembles the P226 from the outside. It of course has different engravings on it for the caliber up on the chamber, as well as it has the Dominion Arms name on the front too here with the 762. Other than that, it's pretty much the exact same gun. The main difference, of course, is price. Always. Norinco, Dominion Arms make a lot of clones out there, and they do a very good job at it. And that's going to get me into my first couple quibbles, which is a common thing with some of the Norinco stuff, which is the build finish. It's not the greatest. In fact, when I first got the gun, which comes in this nice case here, came with this nice hard case, right? 2 magazines, says Norinco on the front. Nowheres to put a lock on it. You could probably put a lock on the front. But when I first opened my case and looked at my gun, I was slightly let down with the finish. Mostly because if you look at the frame in the lower half of the gun, it's very nice, very smooth aluminum frame on it, and then it has this real big ugly, kind of beat up, kind of some tooling marks. The slide is just not as pretty as the frame and the rest of the gun, so that was a little bit of a letdown. Aside from that, the gun has lots of cool features. It has a rail on the front if you want to add a flashlight or some sort of a laser or something. It's a double stack gun, so it has a very thick grip on it. The grip though is a nice rubber finish. It's got these nice kind of bumpy sort of, it looks like it's got the measles or something, but it's just there to give you a better grip on it. And it does hold a odd caliber, which is these here. This is the 762 by 25 millimeter, which is the same as the Tokarev TT33. If you've never seen that gun, it's a very cool gun. Check out right there. I got a review of it already, and it shoots the same ammunition. The one good thing about the 762 by 23 is surplus ammo is pretty easy to come by in large quantities, and it's fairly cheap stuff. So if you're like me and you like shooting a couple hundred rounds every time you go out, this is actually a pretty good caliber to get into, which is why I picked this one. They do make a 9mm version of this gun as well, but since I was already buying the ammo for the Tokarev, I thought, hey, let's have a second gun, then I can use the ammo for 2 different guns. And I wasn't let down. It actually worked really, really well with that caliber. It's not too much of a pop. It's just right, very easy to handle. And the gun is a very, very good shooting gun. Feels really well in the hand. So aside from the grip being really, really thick, which some people may not like, but I find it's quite comfortable, and actually I think it kind of helps with the shooting as well. So the outside, the aesthetics, everything's pretty good, just a little bit of a wide grip. As far as the shooting though, it is a double action, single action gun. So that means that you can fire it 2 ways. One is to pull it with the hammer down. The other one is it will fire when the hammer is already back after loading around, right? The single action is very nice, trigger pull, very soft, very easy to pull, no problems there. The double action pull is very long, and I actually find like when I'm trying to reach it from my grip, I just barely got the end of my finger on it, and it doesn't really give you the leverage to get a really smooth, solid pull, and it is very heavy too. So the double action, not the greatest, but most of the time you're going to have it in that single action and ready to go, and it is very good in that sense. The hardware that comes on it is great. It does not have a safety. It has a decocking lever, so when you're ready to go, you push this button down here, and it releases the hammer, and then that's your safety. So from there you can go into that double action that doesn't work as well as I'd like it to. The gun's very easy to take down as well, which is always important to me. All you got to do is you put the slide back, you lock it in place, and then there's this piece on the side which is just above the trigger, and you flip it down 90 degrees, and then when you release the slide, the whole slide comes off in one piece. Just that easy. So the slide goes back on, and once you get it back, You get it back, you flip the piece back up above the trigger, let it go, and you're locked in. So I mean, that's pretty easy stuff. It doesn't get much better than that, and that would probably be thanks to Sig Sauer's design. So thank you, Sig. The sights on the gun are nothing special. They are just your regular 3 white dot iron sights. There's no adjustments for windage or elevation, so pretty much the way it comes is what you get. But I found right out of the box, this thing's shooting right on target. I could actually get surprisingly good groups with it, considering I was just shooting surplus ammo. I don't know for sure whether you can reload 762 by 25, but it would be interesting to see with some hand loads what kind of groups you can get with this thing, because I find I have no problem hitting what I'm aiming at just with the old surplus stuff too. It does feel great to shoot in your hand too. It's the perfect amount of power. It's probably a little more than a 9mm, something maybe a little closer to like a 38 special. And you know, the kick is just right, the spring's good, and I love the way it shoots. It's probably one of my new favorite guns. Now let me get to the best part about this gun, which is the price. This Sig clone sells for $400. The real one sells for well over $1,000. So for 1/3 of the price, you can get, you know, a really good replica that shoots well, it feels well, it works. I've had this out to the range 5 times now. I've gone through probably 500 rounds, and I haven't had one problem yet. It's just worked flawlessly, and I don't know, you know, other than the name, Sig Sauer, who by the way makes awesome guns. I've shot the P226 and it is a really good gun. But other than the name, you know, if you just like to go out and have fun and shoot and get a good gun, I would recommend this thing so much I can't even tell you. It is just, it's such a great gun. Other than those small little flaws, which you almost expect when you buy an Orenco, Dominion Arms, any of that stuff, it always has the finish, you know, the quality is what you pay for. And you know, if you don't have big hands, you might not be all right with the really thick grip on it. But other than that, the gun is just, it's awesome. I really like it. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and all that crap. Thanks for watching. Go out and buy one of these. Hey everybody, quick 1-year update for you. It's exactly 1 year ago today that I posted my very first video, which was this here, the Dominion Arms DA556. I received the gun and got the camera out, did just kind of a little artsy take on it, and as well as the oh my god, it's the end of the world deal that Canada Ammo had on. Also want to thank Canada Ammo, they've been great. If you've watched a lot of my videos, you see I use a lot of Dominion Arms products. Happy to support a good Canadian company. This here, the Dominion, I'll just it's empty, nothing in the mag well. This has been a great gun. I've done a few videos with it, and yeah, 1 year anniversary is pretty cool. I've gained 200 subscribers, 50,000 views, and it's kind of given me the motivation to keep making more videos on firearms and equipment that has to do with it.